Got that one? Song of the week, the mystery song, name that tune. It is May 28th. Very important day in the Hogan household. I want to say happy birthday to my wonderful wife, Nani. And thanks for hanging with a musician for all these years. Although that's more of an anniversary speech, which is coming up soon too. Anyway, May 28th, it has been a strange week here in Northern California. It has been raining. We have a nice sunny day today. It's about time. But this is just way too weird. So, speaking of Name That Tune, I should answer the trivia question from either last week or a couple weeks ago. Oh, shoot, I forgot to bring down the record. Oh well. But it was John Renbourn from his album Sir John-a-Lot, a tune called My Dear Boy. One of those songs that looks really flashy, but it's okay to play it really sloppy. So it's kind of it's a sneaky trick at a song that looks really impressive, but it doesn't matter how clean you play it. So here is the big news from around TG this week. We got a little more Jethro Tull in there. Hope everybody got that one. We got a little bit of, as of course, Locomotive Breath from Aqualung. Got a little Kenny Loggins. Done a little finger-picking song, Danny's Tune, from their first album, which was again supposed to be a solo album by Ken Loggins that was going to be produced by Jim Messina, who had recently been involved with Poco and and of course earlier than that, the Buffalo Springfield. But he got so involved that they put him on the bill because he started playing and writing songs and did much more than just producing the album. So that first Loggins and Messina album is pretty neat. And yes, there is another song around the corner from that album for those of you that have been, but it's going to be the campfire version. It's not going to be quite the fancy picking version. So hang tight on that one. Let's see, we threw in a Rolling Stones campfire tune. You can't always get what you want. One of the easiest strumming songs in the world. Also, something else that was, I noticed a few weeks ago. When was this? This was the end of April. People were asking about some good beginning finger picking songs. And we don't have a whole lot of those up there. Well, of course we have House of the Rising Sun and Shades of Funk. So I decided it was time to put some together for beginning to intermediate finger pickers. So if all has gone well by the time you're seeing this, you will see a little blues tune that I think I played on the air, or on the news a few weeks ago. Something like that. I just sort of made it up, but I decided to write it down, and it's a good exercise in playing bass notes and picking out tunes. It's called Billie's Blues. So that made an appearance this week, and just around the corner, kind of inspired by James Taylor, Oh Susannah. Nice little finger-picking version of classic American song from the Civil War days. Stephen Foster. Should have made that a trivia question, but I think everybody's kind of got that. Okay, on the technical side, here's some of the cool things that happened. We have some new buttons and menus, and Matt and the guys in the basement are just working away at all kinds of cool things. But there's a couple of really important new buttons up there. One is the iPod button that will take you to all the lessons. Again, we're working on retrofitting all of our old lessons to make them compatible with the newest technology out there from Apple. And again, I'm a big Apple fan. Not so sure yet about the iPad. I'm not sure. I think I have enough laptops to not need one of those just yet, but it's still kind of a cool thing. And so you have a button that shows you all, and of course all the new lessons as we're coming out with new ones, they're all ready to go. But the button right up in the top menu underneath the other two ones that I'm going to talk about in a second. So there's the iPad, iPod button that takes you to see what's new for the iPad and the iPod. Got it. Also, the student reviews button and the target previews button now have a kind of cool feature. So if you haven't checked those out, a way that you can, when you hit that, a new window, or when you get into the place where the student videos are, which I will be looking at again soon. I got to tell you one more thing about this. Other things going on around here that are preventing me from getting to too many of those right now. But when you click on that button, you'll see all of the uploaded videos by the students and the ones that I've responded to. I'm a little behind on my responses, but I'm fixing that soon. And if you click on a video, a new window opens up that shows you the YouTube video. And you can scroll, you might have to make the window a little bit bigger, but you can scroll through it and add in some comments and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's much easier now than having all this stuff in the forum, because this way all the comments that anybody would make on a video can be right there on the video and easier to find, easier to, especially logging it, looking for later. And then the same thing is true of all the target previews. So if anybody's interested in seeing if you're not a Target member and you want to see the target previews, that's the easiest place to find them, because all of those are also at YouTube, but we've got our own little player happening in the site. Speaking of players, I believe this has just been rolled out today. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta get back to work. And we now have a player that you can slow things down. Now, the audio is not going to work very well when you do that, because you don't want to hear me go like this. See that? That's what it would sound like. Don't go there. So I think when you slow it down, the audio disappears. But if you need to see what's happening with my hands or whatever, slower, our new player is live and up and running like that. So that is about it. I've been playing a lot of songs lately and making up some new ones. Here's one that's kind of under construction. Well, no, it's more than it's finished. Started a couple days ago and finished it like 10 minutes later. I wouldn't say it's very original. Arlo Guthrie had, I'll tell you in a minute. Anyway, it's called the Mayflower Ramble. It's a little Chet Atkinsy thing. There will be a lesson on that somewhere down the line. But I do have to tell you one thing. Arlo Guthrie on one of his albums had a great song called 20% Rag, and I heard him introduce this once when I was a wee tyke. Saw him play at the San Jose Civic Auditorium, and he said it's called the 20% Rag because it's only 20% original. Everything else is stolen. Well, this little tune I put together is about a 1% ramble, I guess, but it's a bunch of almost kind of generic things, but it's going to be fun to play. So everybody out there waiting for the fingerpicking songs, that's the direction we're going into soon. Okay, I'm out of here. It's Memorial Day weekend in the States, and that means a long weekend of softball for me. I'll see you guys next week.